All right.
Well, boys.
Thanks, Roland.
Yeah, thanks for the
I didn't
update.
know you could read, but it's cool
Yeah.
that you're interested.
What's a book?
I flip a fat middle finger.
Well, boys. From the last session, we had just finished the fight with the two fake captains. We were just wrapping up everything. You were questioning the remaining lead captain after brutally exploding one of his mates and gravely injuring one of his other mates. During this interrogation, Kythos spotted a small gnomish man riding on a barrel and looking at y'all. After approaching him, the gnome decided to run off to escape the guy that had just blown up another guy right in front of his eyes. And Kythos gave chase. As Kythos gave chase, Roland also left the interrogation up to Pyrite, who was stuck on the dock for the time being. Uh, y'all chase this little balding gnome through the market, and Kythos decided to halt his progression by casting Fog Cloud, which tripped him up and allowed you to circle in on him and finally get the jump on him and then tie him up. This gnome was revealed to be Halfgore, a blog writer who was known to write embellished stories about things that he's seen and replace himself with the center of action, center of attention. But anyways, bringing him back over to the dock, Pyrite finished the interrogation and learned that there was a place called Wayfarer's Fishery, which held one of the brothers that he reports to, one of the sons of Yorn Timberworn, named Ananias. So, y'all made your way over to the west side docks, or pardon me, the east side docks, questioning Halfgore about his exploits, what he does. He revealed that he is he's just a general blog writer. He writes on r slash no sleep, and he
Yeah, I remember that.
and he and he is having an open relationship with his wife that she is not aware of. Um, and he fucks grannies, which was a sore subject, especially for Roland and with Kythos. But after a while,
A rocky subject, if you will.
it was a rocky situation for sure. Um, but y'all made your way over to Wayfarer's Fishery, um, and was let in to the front with the help of the guard that you had still tied up, but you were still allowed entrance, thinking that they were just going to be returning a sizable haul from the dock. In Wayfarer's Fishery, you guys eventually met up with Ananias Timberborn, who revealed that just like the captain revealed to y'all to be a little bit more of a cunning thinker, just a little bit more wise, forward thinking than some of the other Timberborns. But he has a very strong dislike for the waxworms that the Timberborns are currently dealing with. He does not think that his father is making the right decisions and is happy to assist in any sort of way that is going to either halt the plans of these waxworms or, you know, ruin some of the negotiations, even if that means losing gift like a well refined asset like Aranath. He described to y'all a couple different situations that could play out after this meeting, describing that if you had just gone to the docks and gotten the boat, gotten the contract, that Gleam would be free, but not for very long because the contract is still binding, and the waxworms would still have their power rooted in Vaderon if there was no halt to it. But he gave you another option: go talk to his brother, convince him to get on his side, Ananias' side, and maybe that they both could move together with a plan to stop this waxworm kind of rooting into the dock district. He gave y'all a location of his brother Oglar, who is set up in the local brothel on the western side of town, and he sent y'all on your way without much to do. But he did recommend that y'all should leave him alone because in the evenings he is drunk and probably less receptive to negotiation. But y'all decided that it should be done straight away, get it out of the way, and here we are, standing outside of Fiona's Fine Flowers, a large 2-storied, 3-storied brick building with vines creeping up the side, going up to the windows, giving sort of a rustic but eccentric vibe. The interior lights the courtyard, which you guys are standing in front of at this moment. If you check the stream, let me show you what exactly the building looks like. You guys are essentially standing right here, where these bushes are, and the large mahogany doors are open, giving an inviting look into the interior of the parlor. You see people walking by, both women of the night wearing very, very sheer dresses and corsets, and some drunk dock workers stumbling about, trying to get a little bit of flesh on their hands, you know what I'm saying?
I think you mentioned those bushes are rose bushes last time, if I'm remembering right. I could be wrong though. Yeah.
So the large like wrought iron gate with the name Fiona's Fine Flowers hangs above your head as you look forward towards this very well put together building. Hacker pipes up. He's like, "Oh, so you guys are planning to get a little bit of a little nasty on, huh? I mean, it's not really my taste, but I suppose I could partake if y'all are offering."
Well, I mean, I think we all have a very extensive palate here. We prefer our taste aged like wine. And I want to look over at Erlon and Tythos when I say that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if somebody's gonna match my freak. If you know what I'm saying.
We are here for a job. This place will exist
Right.
after the job is done.
Right. No, I'm not looking to be with any of these women tonight. I don't even know if we can like really convince Oglar tonight, but I just want to see what state he's in and maybe lay the seeds of a negotiation for tomorrow.
Huh.
So I
you
want to
wanna
know
lay,
what
you
we're
want to
dealing
lay
with.
some seed, all right?
I walked into that one.
Come on. He goes up for a high five.
So are we just here for
I sigh and high
reconnaissance
five
now?
him.
Should we even try to talk to him today, or should we just get a feeling for how he is?
Let's go in and try to get a feeling, if he's violent at this point, I don't think it's worth talking, but
I mean, it's probably not that he's violent. I mean, I don't know what Ananias was really getting at with his whole negotiation. Maybe he'd be more susceptible if he's had a little bit of drink in him, but maybe not the most
It's
sound of
possible.
mind,
I don't think he'll retain what we're saying. And also, like, we got to do our best to not say the wrong thing here, because if we say something bad about his dad, he'll just kill us on the spot.
Yeah.
right. No, we don't approach it from that way. I want to talk to him, get his feelings, what does he like? What does he want from the wax worms, and see if we can't use that for negotiations tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll assume he's probably back. He's going to be back here in the morning, anyways, or back at night.
Yeah,
but
he stays. He's
stay
supposed to like live here, basically. I think.
Yeah, that's what Ananias was saying. I mean, if we're coming in, we just don't want to be ruining the vibe,
All right.
As you see, like
Reconnaissance
halfcore,
only.
like he like unbuttons the first 2 buttons of his shirt and he like ruffles up his hair a little bit.
I want to flip up my collar and be like, I don't think we would ever ruin the vibe.
All right. Well, then we should just blend in, but maybe actually, I just thought of something. Maybe we
What?
try to find some of the working women that he is
Yeah.
intimate with,
Yeah.
and then we talk to them,
Right.
see what we can see if we can squeeze any knowledge out of them to then
Mhm,
use in a
mhm.
conversation to convince him.
Very good
Actually.
idea.
You got the
So,
money for a
that's a good idea.
conversation. It's a very costly one.
Well, I think we can find our way into it. So maybe we watch him, but actually talk to the people around him that have got to know him a little bit better, or know
Mhm.
what might work best. So, all right,
All right.
All right, that sounds
Pyrite,
good.
Kaitos, y'all want to lead the way?
Yeah, I'll walk on in.
So first one in is Pyrite, and Pyrite. This is probably one of the finer buildings that you've been into, like on the top side, outside of Cloud Cradle, maybe even in Cloud Cradle. Like you haven't really spent too many like fantastic or places in recent times where this decorum is common. Like you see, like carved stone pillars supporting a grand staircase that leads up to the second floor. You see like very well like kept tile on the entranceway. You see a large desk with attendants kind of waiting at it. And like decorations, streamers, flowers hanging from baskets, even on the inside. There's the smell of like scented oils of other fine floral scents, all wafting through the air as you hear sounds of laughter, sounds of merrymaking and other sort of things, drinks clinking back and forth. But it is a not an affront to the senses, but it is a cacophony of things that are affronting your fairly unrefined senses. I would suppose.
I want to give out a long, low whistle. Fancy place we got here.
I will definitely say. I mean, open bar. Well, not open bar, but like drinks coming from the bar. Ladies all over. I mean, you can't really ask for much more if you're on the docks.
Yeah, I can understand why Oglar lives here.
I mean, if any of those crocodile seaman workers came in here, it'd be a crocodile cacophony.
Oh.
You hear a
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, yeah, you hear across from the bar, you see one crocodile man. He's obviously incredibly intoxicated, walking around with like a peg leg and like his like jacket is like halfway off of his arm, and he looks like he's struggling to like get down the stairs. He's refusing help from one of the other crocodile ladies that's trying to help him down.
I got it.
Get your hands off! I can walk. My leg might be wooden, but I'm sure all my timbers.
I hear Talos whisper David Wise in my ear, and I'm like, what? Did somebody just say something? And I just kind of shrug it off anyway.
You hear in your ear, it's like David Wise might make good music, but not as good as mine.
Amazing.
Who's talking right now?
Have you heard of Octopus's Garden? But that's a better one.
Did you say something, Pirate?
No. But I think I would like to move to like the main desk to talk to some people.
So at this main desk, you see a lattice siding and a lattice roof that supports some of the vine work that goes through that weaves through the lattice, like the wooden lattice that covers the desk. The roses, they look dark and dark ruby reds and bright pinks all intermingle with each other as they kind of like pop out. It's probably upkept by some sort of like druidic magic that keeps them so bright, but they are gorgeous and they have a welcoming kind of feeling towards them. Behind the bar, or behind the desk, you see a very tall, slender woman with not heavily caked on makeup, but dark orange lipstick and a mole on the right side of her cheek. Her hair is curly with like little streaks of gray in it, and she wears a dark emerald dress. Her silver spectacles rest on the end of like kind of a short but like upward curving nose as she looks at y'all stepping up to the counter. And as you approach, she puts down the little book that she was writing in and says, "Well, hi, Shugs. Welcome to Fiona's Fine Flowers. I'm Mama Fiona. What can I do for you, gorgeous gentlemen, today?"
Gorgeous. Heck.
You,
That's quite nice, ma'am.
you especially, little one. We usually don't get many dwarves this way, and two walk into my establishment at one time. Well, I'm just treated.
Thank you for that. We're friends of Oglar. We were wondering if he's here or available at the moment.
Oh, Chug, Oglar doesn't have many friends, especially not at this time of night, and especially one of the male persuasion.
Well, not usually, but it's nights come and go, and some nights you feel a little. You get what I'm getting at.
Roll deception.
Hold up, let me.
However he rolls, I have something to say after that in that
Where
conversation.
is deception?
What were you gonna say, Roland?
7.
7. Well, I'm gonna wait and see how she reacts and then say something.
She's gonna just wave you to the side and just kind of be like, "Chug, if you want to get in with the hot shots of that reside here, there's smarter ways to do it. But trying to lie to me, believe me, I've heard more lies through pillow talk than I think many people have. And I can see right through you. But I don't blame you.
Perhaps maybe we opt for the truth then. I kind of nudge my way forward into the crowd.
Oh, well, ain't you a handsome one? Rugged and mysterious.
Thanks.
Strange of you to be so forthcoming.
Yeah.
You don't look like the straightforward, straight and narrow kind of type.
So, Onglar's brother,
Who?
sent us. Did I say that right? Fuck, hold on. Wait, let me look it up. Yeah, Onglar's brother, Ananias, sent us, told us we might find him here. Kind of urgent family business, so we're just kind of an interested party. So, just anything you could tell us would be super helpful. We're not going to cause trouble in your establishment. I promise you that.
The welfare of my customers is one that I hold very, very dearly, young man. It's not really in my business to be revealing what or when or where people get up to when they get into my house. Now, if you were to have some finery, if I was to fit you up with, say, a corsage, maybe a bouquet, and if you would pay for a high-class room, maybe you could get close. But that is where my assistance would be ending. And she gives you a wink.
All right. I take a step back and fade back into the crowd. I'm gonna walk over to Pyrite.
Her eyes stay on you,
Yeah.
like her dark blue eyes stay on you as you fade back. Like she's kind of looking right through you, even if you try to stealth out.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm not trying to stealth out. Just hanging out in the conversation. I mean, Pyrite.
It's not like
Yeah.
like a menace sort of thing. She's just like,
Yeah. I mean, Pyrite. Are you interested in buying a room today? Like genuinely, or half gore even?
I think it would be good to get a feel to also sort of do the idea that you said. So maybe we get the room and we ask for some of the women that Aguilar has seen as of late,
Yeah.
just to talk with them.
Yeah. And maybe perhaps keep it from the housekeeper over there, or the main woman over there. Kind of whisper that part specifically. So, just
Well, I would.
let's not let it be known too much. But I mean, there's no harm in kind of doing some investigative work on our own while we're here. Maybe enjoy ourselves for a little bit. Of course, don't spend all your money, right?
I mean, do we have enough for 4?
You should have your own funds, little buddy.
I didn't get a chance to go get my wallet.
That's okay, but you're not borrowing my money.
So 4.
I
I'll
have
settle for
four
a half.
No.
I have 4 copper to my name, so I think I may have to sit out the room situation tonight.
What do I got? 297 gold,
Okay,
2
what
silver,
if-
1 copper.
What if we try and like pool our funds together?
No, I am not
He
pitching
takes
in
out
my
5
money, so you
copper.
all can fuck
How do you think I can get with
random-
this?
I've learned my
How about you
lesson
ask
from
her?
last time. I don't want to, contribute 0.01% to the pot.
Afgor, why don't you ask her how much that would get you?
He goes up
I
to the
point to the
desk.
lady.
He very confidently, and he's like, "Hey, Missy, what about what do you have kind of on the bargain section?" And he puts down the 5 copper, like one underneath each of his fingers, and she kind of looks down, and is like, I got an old fish with no teeth. And he kind of like, he ponders it for a second. He's like,
No deal.
I can do it
deal.
The no teeth is a good deal.
see, that's what I'm thinking. The no teeth, you can't find a good one with no teeth.
Fish pussy will start a new pandemic.
Does it? And then he says,
Zero.
does it stink? And
a
she's just like, she winces a little bit and it's like, I mean, it's a fish, darling. Good. I'll take it. Do I get a
This man's
room with
gonna-
that? And she's like, no. There's a place out back near a barrel. And Halfgore, like, he gives you all the thumbs up. Like, we're in.
All
Dude,
right.
This man's gonna go noodling for catfish.
I want to go back up to her and be like, okay, what are your actual prices? Like, as somebody who might be able to spend the money, and I kind of shine my eyes towards Pyrite. while saying
Well, Shug, what are you into? I've got decorations, bouquets, fine assortments, even for the most unique of tastes. And she kind of like hits the top of your nose, like pokes it.
that, you know.
Flirty.
If I may interject, when we were
Interject
talking
all
to
you like, son.
when we were talking to thank you when we were talking to Ananias, he was mentioning how Oglar has been so fond of your flowers, especially recently. We were hoping perhaps that we could spend the night with somebody who has been with Oglar recently, so that we can also experience the wonders that he has.
That is that's a pretty unique taste. I mean, a man like Oglar only has the finest of our selection. Let me
Well,
see.
why would we settle for anything less?
Well, why would you? I wouldn't expect anything less. Let me see. Let me see. How about chrysanthemum? And she like looks down at the list, and she wraps a scroll up in a little bit of a golden twine, and on the inside of this scroll you see a key, and she's like, "This is the key to Chrysanthemum's room. She's gonna be on the 3rd floor, on the east side wing. You'll notice the room has a little bit of a different look to it. It's a little bit more wooden. This establishment has had some few recent additions as we started to expand our repertoire, and Chrysanthemum is she has a wide variety of talents."
Hmm.
Pyrite, that sounds
As
right up
a-
your alley.
But so what was that?
With these recent changes, how recent are we speaking?
Oh, within the last 5 years.
I see. Okay, all right, but not like within the last week or
No,
anything.
of course not.
No.
These things
All right.
take time. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
But believe me, none of the recent additions has come with a fishery. I think I only saw that because one of the sailors tried to pay for one of my girls with a fish, and I decided to keep it for a joke. Didn't think that that man would actually take it.
The fish pussy, as they say.
The fushy.
The fussy. The fussy.
The fussy.
Well,
This woman
And
knows a thing or two about
she looks to
pussy.
you, Kaito. She's like, yes, we're completely right on the ball. The fussy is very, it's a very controversial subject, but I mean, it gets results.
Hey, no harm, no foul. You're totally fine.
There's a lot of harm in that.
It depends on the fish.
True.
I think. Do you guys know what noodling is? Like people that
The
go.
catfish.
Where you
look
stick
for
your
cat-
hand in.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, half course
Ugh.
noodle with the catfish.
You hear outside. Ah! I can see why they call it a red snapper. Oh!
Oh my.
I'm gonna ask Pyrite. Given that I can't afford a room, I'm happy to just play bodyguard duty outside your room, and then just make sure no one suspicious comes in.
Right.
If that's
Well,
cool.
yeah. So, do we have to pay per room or do we have to pay per person?
I would say it's a per person sort of deal because, everyone has their own specific needs, and luckily for Chrysanthemum, she's able to do a lot of them. But to have it just be a full room coverage be too much.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I understand. Okay. Then I turned to Kaithos like, yes, it would probably be best that you do bodyguard or look around to see if
Hmm.
Aguilar comes out
Yeah.
and try to observe him then.
I'll keep an eye out for. So again, I'm gonna do a group huddle with Pirate and Roland. I'll do like a bodyguard thing, also like with Roland, assuming you buy a room. The code will be I knock on the door 3 times quietly. That's when I'll let you know if I see Aguilar.
Means
And
meet
then you
me in
guys
the
are welcome
hallway.
to, yeah, meet me in the hallway code.
All right.
All right.
If Kythos, if you're gonna stand outside of his door, I'd suggest if I can like kind of do a perimeter walk inside and out, just to kind of look around, see if I see
Yeah.
anything on my own.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, I would like to room with Chrysanthemum.
Ah, beautiful Chrysanthemum. Will your 2 friends be joining you? She does do group deals.
No, we're called the
I
last
don't
resort
believe,
for a reason. I don't want
I
to
don't
make this
believe
another
Kaithos
reason.
will. Rilan, were you interested?
No, as I'll say again, we're known as the last resort. I don't want another reason to add to that name.
Well, not in this regard. I turned back to Fiona. It's like, no, it seems it'll be just me for tonight.
Well,
Yeah.
aren't you the lucky one? I guess they'll have to find their own entertainment then, but let me see. The usual prices for Chrysanthemum, that will be about 150 GP.
All right. Well, I mean, I am a small guy and I have small needs. Do you perhaps have a discount for such exotic
Yeah, I
For
want
a
to.
second.
visitors such as me?
I want to go up to her and give her like the best mogging face imaginable. And be like, just between you and I, he really needs this. Like genuinely, like
She kind of squints at you
any
and
kind
is
of
like,
deal.
"Is this his first? Are you taking this young man out on his first time?"
I don't actually know, but whether it is or not, he really needs to pick me up.
Like it's 20 years old is perfectly natural to like, sometimes you miss out on some life experiences. Sometimes everybody tells you that prom is canceled, but then it actually happens and they just didn't want you to show up.
Like, I'm doing my damnedest to try to convince her to work a discount into his sale
Well,
for this woman.
Well, let's settle this, Pirate. Is this gonna be your first time? Is Pyrite a virgin?
Ooh, lore
Yeah.
drop.
All right.
Oh, shit.
She is going to roll an insight, and with her being a mama matron, she's going to have a
No,
plus
immediately.
5 to this.
Oh fuck. That one.
Roll a deception check. She got a 13.
Oh, okay. There's a chance. I mean, this is good if you roll
you
low,
want to
though.
roll low. Yeah, you want to roll low.
Yeah, this is good because she won't believe you. She'll be like, "Nah, man, there's no way. You're gonna roll like the fucking 20."
Wait, do I need to roll?
Yeah, roll
Yeah.
deception.
This is a
Unless
virginity.
if you're actually lying. Would Pyrite
Well,
lie?
I mean-
Would Pyrite lie about him being a virgin?
I don't think so.
No, Pyrite. So Pyrite is actually a virgin. And
Yeah.
he's like not super afraid to admit that.
Okay.
I think his personality would like. He's not trying to hide that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going with Chrysanthemum as your first time. I mean, to each their own, but
What was the roll?
all right. For your first time, I was gonna add the 50 gold pieces because your two friends are gonna be taking up some space without actually purchasing anything here.
We're
I'll
just
bump
making
it-
sure the outside area is safe. We just don't want anybody to compromise our friend's first time. That's all.
They just want my first time to be special.
Should
Yeah.
Fiona's Fine Flowers, my establishment is completely safe.
I know, but we want our friend to feel that extra layer of safety. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
By being outside of the door on his first time.
I need to
Yeah.
know my boys are there.
Yeah. You don't want to know the full details.
Yeah, we don't want to make sure any you know, like safety words. You know, we don't want to hear any. We just want it to be a nice, safe evening.
Is he?
Mhm.
He's not. She kind of like pulls Kythos and Roland to the side and says, "He's not like your other friend, is he?"
Nah, he's not into noodling. No.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, that's the type of mistake you only make once. And I'm not 16 anymore.
He said it himself.
All right. So she's gonna look to you, Pyrite, kind of sitting at the desk, and look down at. She's very, very tall. Like she's like a 7-foot tall woman. And she's gonna kind of like kneel down for y'all, and it's like, all right, I'll cut y'all a deal, but as long as you cut me one as well, just come back and sample a few of our fine pairings. Would you now? Make me a little promise.
Oh, you'll certainly be seeing our faces
yeah.
again, no doubt.
Sample as in free sample.
No.
We would be happy to. In fact, we're a bit well known throughout the area. We could perhaps endorse you. You could be known as Fiona's last resort flower shop.
I think the branding is pretty on point for now. Let's get you a special day out of the way, young man. And
The opportunity
All
of a
right.
lifetime,
100 GP. I'll bump it down from 150 to 100.
All right, pirate.
All right.
First
And
time
this is one of the common flowers that Oglar samples, correct?
This is when he's in a specific type of mood.
And has he been in this mood recently?
He's been a little pent up. It's been within the past week or so. Are you really that concerned about entering where he has entered recently?
Ma'am, trust me. Just, you don't want to know.
It's
But it's one of my girls. I'd want to know if there's something amiss going on.
No, not at all. I just know that like Oglar is such a large figure in this community, and I want my first time to be special, and so I want to have that knowledge that somebody so well known throughout the community also has a similar taste. You know, like when you go to a restaurant and you don't know what to order, you ask your friend what's their favorite, and like then you order that. Like that's kind of
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
like getting a
Right.
good order of French onion soup. You want to try French onion soup that Oglar has eaten recently.
yes, exactly. I mean, I don't mean to compare your wonderful ladies to soup, but you know that is the exact idea. And yes, I
I mean,
do
I mean,
want.
it was your comparison. We didn't
It's
we
your
didn't say
comparison.
it.
You're
Yes.
really the false feminist here.
What? What do you mean by that?
Just a silly little joke. I don't. No, it's.
Yeah. So about that
I've
room
only read the
pyrite.
first two chapters of feminist literature. I get
So
kind of
about
bored.
Mm,
yes, but pyrite. We'll be on our way. Pay the lady the 100.
All right, all right, all right. Okay,
yes,
yes.
please.
All right.
I-
That's good. All right. 100 gold pieces.
All right. And as you hand over the gold, she hands you the scroll. And when you touch this scroll, like you feel like an arcane surge go through you. And you see like a little lit pathway go up the stairs and guiding you to where you're supposed to be heading.
It's like the gates of heaven.
I think the GIF I posted is fucking perfect. Wow.
Oh man,
Fellas, I almost came right there.
All right, pyrite. Don't shoot your load
That's
yet.
not-
All right, man.
yeah, yeah. Don't
There,
don't have
there
a-
is
yeah,
a
roll,
chance.
wait, yeah, roll an animal handling check.
There is a chance that you can come out of this with information we need and a good time. Don't fuck this up.
this
Roll
is a
animal handling.
marathon, not a sprint. Pyrite.
Animal handling.
Yeah.
Is that like you're trying to handle your cock?
Yes, he didn't
Nat
fucking
one.
stutter. That one, fuck off.
So
No
you guys
shot.
look, and Pyrite has like a very obvious boner in his pants right now, like just standing at the desk. It's just not going down.
Pyrite.
That's-
Pyrite.
I
I've
get you
heard that-
excited, man, but you're not even in the room with her yet.
Pyrite. I've heard that if you flex your muscles, you'll draw
Mm.
blood away from your tent and into your manly muscles for Chrysanthemum.
No, believe me, he's gonna need that thing later. Might as well get him.
yeah,
might as
I
well
mean,
get it
you don't
started.
You don't want to spoil the surprise too quickly. Is all I'm saying.
Fellas, do you expect me to be embarrassed for having a boner at a brothel?
Yeah,
Like-
big good fight.
Am I embarrassed when I have a drink at a bar? You know?
So a couple of the sailors that are walking by like see you and they're like, "Oh, dude, right on." They fist bump
I mean,
you as they're walking by.
confidence is key, and this is your experience, and however you feel most comfortable, that's all that matters.
Mhm.
But please save it for the patron, not us. Oh my god.
Dude is rock hard.
Yeah. I'm not trying to look.
It's hard to miss.
Nice.
With a nat one,
Okay,
it's hard
just
to
a
miss.
body.
But yeah, so you
You know,
guys
Pirate is packing.
you guys make your way up the stairs. I guess all three of you make your way up to Chrysanthemum's room.
Pirate, please lead the way. You go in the front.
Hey, he's pointing the right way, that's for sure.
The compass leads north.
All right.
Yeah.
I start walking down the hall, almost skipping.
You hear Elvis's Vivaldi's Spring. There's a bard in the corner. He's like softly strumming a lute, and
Yeah.
that's what he's playing as you walk by.
I'm just I'm singing to myself. Bitches love pyrite.
Whatever does it for you, pal.
As you guys are walking by, you see a couple of the other people that are matched up, like going in and out of different rooms. Like you see a large communal room where like there's a lot of like unclothed people rolling around in communal love. It stinks of love and perfume and various oils and alcohol wafting through the air. It doesn't mingle like poorly. It's all just like a very present scent where you go. But as you reach the quote-unquote third floor, it's a wooden addition to the very top. You go outside into the cool air as the perfume mixes with the salt sting of the water. At the very end of the hall, or at the very end of the wooden walkway on the third floor, you see a large yellow door with the carving chrysanthemum and a ring of carved wooden flowers along the outside of the nameplate.
All right, pirate. He's in there.
All right. I want to sniff my armpits and then like flinch a little bit, and then I'm gonna take the rose of domination, try to wipe it off on the armpits to reduce the smell.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It kind of scratches you a little bit. Roll a. I would say. Let me roll a d4. See how many days it's been since Pirates bathed.
Did I not bathe when we had the dragon room?
Oh,
What's
I mean, I
the-
suppose you did. Yeah.
So 1. Good.
Yeah.
Glad.
It's been a full day since you bathed. You're much
No.
cleaner than most
Yeah.
of the sailors and
Dude.
most of the people that have been in the bar.
Who was
But
that?
I was like
Napoleon?
dumped in the water. Like,
That is
I'll
true.
be home.
Yeah.
I'll be home in 3 days. Don't bathe. Or whatever.
Because that was
Oh, that's
Napoleon.
Napoleon.
Yeah, just do that kind of thing.
That freak.
Need that shit stanky. Need that Baja Blast shrimp bang bang taco smelly.
I could be wrong, but
I shout out loud as Roland.
I think Napoleon did that so that he could know if his lover was cheating or not. It was something about scent.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's a freak.
That's
Speaking of scent, you hear Halfgord downstairs moaning.
All right, you gotta give it this. What's on?
Go. Can I swap this out for a largemouth bass? I mean,
Someone hurting down there? Is there a
smallmouth
dying
bass.
cat down there?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
like I said, it's a mistake you only make once.
you hear some dudes from the kitchen say, "Hey dude, get out of the pantry!" Nope. She said I could have this one. This is the third
Flashlight.
time today. Get out.
Flashlight, more like fish light. Am I right?
You hear some commotion.
Way to
going
go,
on
man. It
downstairs.
took us 3 days to make that lungfish. 3 days!
3 days. Pirate, pirate. You see this door in front of you. It's almost beckoning you. You hear like
brother.
a soft humming from the inside.
And a soft coming.
A soft coming from your pants.
That one, baby.
I'm gonna look back at the guys and be like, do you think Shamashir would hold it against me? I mean, it's just for information, right?
Wait, what are you gonna tell her? Like, you gonna tell her this happened? You don't have
I
to.
like the way you think.
Exactly. Now get in there and get that job done.
Get that job.
All right.
All right, so you use the key to unlock the door, and it slides with a very easy clunk of the deadbolt going back. As you open the door, you are met with almost more of like an earthy scent, a more natural scent than like the saltwater air or the smells from downstairs of heavy perfume and oils. This one's more of like woodsy, like almost like as if you'd found a library deep, buried deep within a forest. And on the inside, you see just that. You see a bunch of tomes, scrolls, alembics, that sort of thing. On the floor is various rugs, carpets. There's tapestries on the walls, giving a very warm, inviting kind of display.
Environment.
Nice.
And the door closes behind you. Pyrite, you are no longer seen by R'hllon and Kythos. And through the entry hall into the main room, shrouded by some curtains, is a very slender, sharp-featured, half Triton woman. She has some fins.
Sorry, what's a
A Triton is what Ernath Gleam is. They're like a fish people.
Oh, okay.
Merman.
And she's wrapped up in a like a toga. It's very sheer. But you see, like, on the far end, there is a large, comfy chair, and in the corner there is a bed. And as she waves her hair back, as some orange petals falls down onto the ground, and she looks at you with, like, large, deep, not pearlescent, but like very sharp, almost lizard-like eyes that seem to gaze right into your soul.
I don't say this out loud, but I think to myself, I'm like, well, looks like Halfcore isn't going to be the only one fucking a fish tonight.
As you say that,
I don't say it out loud. I
well,
just
as
think
you say that in your head, she kind of like laughs, and it's like, oh, that's a funny way of going about our introduction. I haven't even given you my name yet.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I
No,
thought I
no.
no.
I suppose I should let you in on a little secret, but I think we're going to be sharing a little bit more of a link than just physical. And she closes her mouth, but you hear her voice in your head, say, "Ever since you walked in this room, I've been here, on the surface of your mind, seeing what your conscience is thinking of right now. If you'd like,
Don't think of her boobs. 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 Don't think of her boobs.
Like,
Don't think of her boobs.
well,
Don't think of her boobs.
as you say that, like an image of her naked like shows up in your mind. Roll another animal handling check.
I like that you call it animal handling. It's so funny.
Lore. Not that one.
Wait.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, you like this image like shimmers into your mind like you're seeing a mirage, or like waves on an ocean as it like shimmers and fades, and then out of like the waves like comes her, like fully in the buff, and you are once again rock hard. Like it had died down on the climb up the stairs, but it is right back to where it was. And she giggles again. She's like, I guess you're gonna be pretty easy to please. I might not have to use all the tricks that I usually do. I usually have a much tougher crowd.
The voice of R'hllon beckons in his head. Remember the mission. You need to get information out of her, not just pussy.
Pussy.
As
he says pussy, like that word like echoes around your head. It's pussy, 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 pussy.
Pirate here's,
marijuana.
Pirate here's Kythos' advice. Remember, licking doorknobs is illegal on other planets.
But as you kind of as you don't think of pussy and you don't think of her breasts, like your eyes open again. You see her standing there. She's still fully clothed, but she waves you over into the larger room.
Oh, I follow immediately.
Okay.
I go, I'm sorry, I didn't ask for your name. I'm Pyrite.
Well, I'm Chrysanthemum, darling. I can see that we're both named after other objects. How much does pyrite ring true to you?
Uh, it's strange, a lot of people think of it as a girl's name, but it's a more traditionally masculine name, and it's how it is with Cloud's Cradle, where it is the women are named after fine minerals, and the men are named after useful stuff, and so pyrite, it's fool's gold, but I I don't know. I think I'm more useful, but also valuable.
I know that there's a joke about fool's gold being pretty, but ultimately just a big hard rock in there somewhere. But I'll let that slide for now.
Don't
The
think of
good
big hard.
song
Don't
by
think of big hard. Don't think of big hard. Don't think of big hard.
You're already rock hard, so like I don't know why you're thinking about that.
Fool's Gold is a good song by Fits in the Tantrums.
All right, that is true. I don't know what you're talking about, Kythos. I say outside the door.
I just say that thought out loud.
Yeah.
Does Chrysanthemum ring true for you?
Well, chrysanthemum is it's a pretty flower. It blooms. It just depends on the how the soil is cared for and where you are and the different shades. For me, it just I think I'm a little bit different depending on where I am. One day I'm here and I'm somebody else, and one day I'm there and back to normal as I was. But for me, it's just about changing depending on the situation, which I like to be a little. And she puts her hands on her shoulders, says, adaptable.
Where uh
Fish
where
pond.
where were you before here?
Oh, different places. It's been a while. I've been on the seas. I've been up north. I've been to Cloud's Cradle even, but sometimes I'd go to Tippy Top and kind of sell some of my wares there, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah. Lots of vacationers up there. Lots of very stressed out fathers on vacation looking for a break.
Don't I know
That's
it?
what my dad would do.
Oh yes, they'd love to make use of the relief I would give them. But
Hmm.
enough about that. Enough about my past. I think we need to go over our very, very close future. And she gives you a wink. Um, and she's gonna kind of like motion to the chair that's next to the bed. But
Oh yeah,
as you step towards the chair, we'll cut outside to to Kaitos and Rolan. You guys don't hear about like once the door's shut, it's more or less like pretty quiet, like almost
Uh-huh.
eerily quiet, because most of this conversation, unbeknownst to you, is happening in Pyrite and Chrysanthemum's head. But you
Which is
hear,
kind of crazy.
yeah, you hear very
think
little
about
of
it.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Damn, he's getting the job done in there.
Yeah. Did we get like some kind of safe word, like if shit goes wrong, like we can
Mm-mm.
just bust in or something? We didn't really cover that. I don't
No.
think. Okay.
Nah, he'll be
He
fine.
can hold
He'll
his
be
own, I guess.
fine. Trust me, he doesn't need a safe word. We'll know if he's in danger.
Colin,
He'll make a scene.
you've seen Rush Hour 3, right? Where like
Yes.
yeah, that scene.
Well,
with
no,
Lee.
no. Which scene? I've seen it. I don't know what you're referring to.
It's Lee's in the hotel with the girl, and she has like the katana knives, like the Chinese fan, and she's like throwing it, and then Carter's outside, he's like, "Do it, Lee, tear that ass up."
Yes. Okay. Then yeah, that's what's gonna play out.
Yeah,
Got it.
Why didn't you say you had a bomb in your mouth? I did. I said,
it's a boom.
You know I can't understand you.
I'm like keeping an eye out, just like for passerbyers, like just seeing or passerbys, just seeing if there's anything suspicious going on, or seeing if there's any shady business and stuff like that. But whether I see anything or not, I guess I'll try my best to look around.
Kaithas, as you're looking around, you see a tall, blue-skinned woman walking about down on the second floor. Like, you see her pass by a couple of the windows, her tail flitting back and forth.
Roland, I hate to do this to you, but I may need a. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna ask for.
I need another loan.
You gotta float me, man.
I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm good for it, I swear.
I'm going to admire her beauty for a relatively short time, and then remember, I've made so much goddamn progress on this debt, this lien that I have to Pyrite.
I notice his internal struggle, and I'm gonna elbow him like lightly and be like, "Come on, man. She might not even, if you talk her up right, she might not even cost anything. You don't even have to worry about the loan."
I will not hear the end of it if I get even more in debt than where I currently am. So,
all right, no, hear me out. You can always talk to her. That doesn't cost money. We'll see what happens. No harm in that.
I'll talk to her, but these kind of people, they're like, "Oh, if you want to talk to me, you gotta put money where your mouth is."
Look, I gotta scout around anyways. You go hang out by the door. You can talk to her or not. That's your choice. I'm gonna do some snooping.
I'll see what's up, but the second I hear, free trial ended, I'm coming right back. So just be warned. I'm not going on my values here. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, all right, maybe say so.
All right, so I'll walk gracefully after the lovely the blue lady, the Avatar James Cameron lady.
All right, so you're going back inside down to the second floor. Roland, you see Kaithas walk off for a moment, and downstairs on the first floor, through one of the bigger windows, you see a large old woman.
Mm-hmm. No.
Roll an animal handling check.
Unless she's paying me, I ain't doing shit.
Roll an animal handling
check.
Got
some rocks in her bag.
11.
Makes you feel some certain way. It's not too much though.
Honey, I don't work here.
And you see her loudly arguing with Fiona at the front desk.
Yeah.
You just hear shouting from the front desk. What do you mean you don't want my services here?
Honey, you can't afford me. I'm not even gonna pay this old lady mind because I'm not trying to fuck grannies in the club.
And they're shouting back and forth at each other, like Fiona's saying, "Please, if you could, you're making a scene. Just please leave my establishment. There's no need. We have the girls we need. There's no want or desire for someone of your specific talents. Maybe a different establishment, one with more vacancies, maybe." And more vacancies? What? I am offended, and this isn't the last time you see to me. She's leaving, and as she's leaving, Halfgore stumbles around the corner.
Of course.
And he puts his elbow on the barrel, and he's like,
"It's the barrel of the shotgun."
What?
I don't know why. That's what came into mind.
Yeah, he gets shot in the arm. He's like, well, hello, beautiful.
What is
You
he,
know,
the fucking jockler? Hello, beautiful.
You see, it's just like
find it
this
again. I'll find it again.
large older woman like walks by him and like backhands him, and he see like flies back and hits the wall and falls into the bush.
Hey, she just lost a job interview. She's probably down in the dumps. She's probably more willing to divulge information at this point. So now's the time to talk with her.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful.
I was thinking this smack was gonna be like in Hoodwink 2, where like the giant smacks somebody.
That's
bounces
kind of what
around
it
the
is. Like he's leaning up against his barrel with a fish on his penis, and he's
Nice.
hello, beautiful. And he just gets rocked by this really strong grandma. Out of my way, punk! And
Is that a crocodile grandma? That
no,
knocks
it's
him off?
it's Grimilda, the one that you helped with her bags.
Oh, okay. She's a very nice lady.
But Roland, you get actually a real sight of a person in a lounge dress that sparkles, and a slight flash of red hair with like slightly graying that's been touched up recently, like a lounge singer.
Is this not my contact? Like, can I roll? Can I try to perceive or get closer to see if this is actually her?
It's kind of hard to tell. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, if I need to, I'm gonna walk closer to see if this is actually her. Because if it's not her, I don't care. 9.
It looks like her. But it's hard to tell from this distance.
Yeah.
But you can tell that she's walking with one or two people.
Okay. I'm just gonna do the. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna like stealthily get closer to the point where like I can discern their face, but not enough to like give myself away. However, that may happen. So I want to
Alright.
get closer without being seen.
Yeah, this is all happening on the first floor, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to get closer without being seen, even if I'm just covering if I'm closing my own eyes.
All right. So you go down to the first floor and you're tailing these people.
Yeah.
Back in the room. Pyrite, you've been ushered over to this very like luxe looking chair. You're more used to like very shabby wooden chairs or like university desks and stuff like that. This is like a throne almost, with cushions, woven leather, the whole shebang. It looks very, very comfortable. And Chrysanthemum kind of like stands beside it and like waves you on over. And she says, "Believe me, this is all part of the process. I'm not trying to do anything that's going to make you uncomfortable."
Well, as long as it's standard, sure, yeah. And I go to sit down. I say it's, um, I, I would appreciate, if we could continue talking a bit before we get into, activities.
Oh, well, believe me, talking is going to be secondary. And she is going to cast a modified entangle spell on you.
Oh,
As vines from the kind of the carpet kind of like wraps around your foot and kind of like latches you down into the chair.
poison ivy.
I'm gonna be honest. I was, half expecting this to happen, but just the prospect of pussy was just too good that I ignored it. I really have nobody but myself to blame at this point.
Yeah, well, you paid up front for the full experience. I plan on giving you every last cent.
Damn. Zam.
Wowie zowie.
Somebody say my name.
Full circle.
But she's gonna look down at you. She's gonna put her hands on your knees as she sits on a little stool, in front of you. She says, "It's just a precaution. Usually, when people start to get their minds, their thoughts probed, it tends to be a little bit of a shocking experience. This is for my protection. Believe me, it's not to make you vulnerable in any sort of way."
Well, you could have fooled me.
I'm not trying to fool you. I'm trying to be as open as possible. And believe me, we'll get to being a little bit more open after this. And she's going to cast Detect Thoughts on you. She already had Detect Thoughts active, which
Pyrite is already also cast.
The jig is up.
and she had already cast Detect Thoughts, which is why she could read your surface level thoughts. But she is going to attempt to delve a little bit deeper into your mind. Now, I will let you know this. You can choose to fail this, or you can roll a DC 16 Wisdom save.
But isn't like fighting it gonna be seen as like shady? It's like, why are you trying to hide your thoughts from me or something?
Well, she's just going to reattempt it.
No, okay.
Okay, what's the yeah, what's the downside if I try the save and fail?
Then, like, she won't get any more of, like, your, like, deeper thoughts. Like, she knows, like, what you're, like, thinking of, but not what you're hiding. If anything.
Interesting.
Yeah. I guess I gotta think is like, what am I hiding? I guess we have kind of a secret mission to take down the waxworms and maybe the timber wolves, and I've been like asking questions to try to guess like if she had appeared recently with the waxworms. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to do a wisdom save.
Alright, good roll.
DC 16,
DC 16.
Wait,
19.
Alright, she does not
Weird.
delve any deeper than your surface level thoughts. You see, like, a look of frustration come over her face. And she's like, "I understand this is a little bit different, but believe me, you gotta trust the process. What are you really hiding?"
My virginity.
What am I hiding?
Mhm.
I'm the one who's tied up. What are you hiding? Why did you have to trick me into sitting down here?
I told you, this is just for my I just want to see what is going to please you the most.
Okay, well,
Most people don't
there's a
open
thing
up
called
as quickly.
consent that we can have a conversation and we can share our thoughts through words.
Well, I mean, this is just this is the chrysanthemum experience. Did you not pay up front for my services?
I I think things would be better if we just talked for a second. I mean, have you always read the terms of service for everything that you've signed?
There's very little terms of services in my line of work. It's either a yes or no,
Word of mouth.
pretty much.
Well, yes, that's it. I said yes. I was not aware that I would be tied to a chair with vines.
Oh, believe me, you more than just said yes with your voice. She gives you a wink.
Okay, but thinking is not a legally binding agreement, and we happen to be friends with a very good contract lawyer, so I believe that would hold up in court.
You hear from downstairs. Oh, I think that fish back down. It did have teeth. I want my 5 copper back. Um, she's just gonna she's gonna let go of the detect thoughts, and she's gonna keep the entangle up. She's just gonna cross her legs and like look at you, kind of like down her nose, It's, if this is a yes or no question, and we're supposed to be having some sort of discussion, what's there to discuss?
I I'm interested in your lifestyle. I'm interested in some of the things that you may have heard, that you may have learned. Um, because with your abilities, I believe you're going to be one of the most knowledgeable people on these docks.
My abilities serve me well, but for a very specific thing. If this is going to be a discussion, I suggest you be a little bit more upfront about it.
Hmm. I already myself. I think so. I'm going to share some of Pyrite's thoughts at the moment. That he's, tied up. He can't really move,
Mm-hmm.
but he is thinking about the rows of domination, where it's like, if push comes to shove, and this becomes like a mental battle, this can be a tool that he can use. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, but he's decided for now that he's going to be honest and see where that leads. He goes, well, I uh I selected you specifically because I heard that you are one of the favorite flowers of Oglar, and we we're planning to talk to him soon, and it would be very good to understand where his thoughts are at the moment.
As you mention Oglar, she kind of like leans back a little bit and kind of squints down at you and says, "You ain't okay. It's not really my liberty to reveal what someone's desires are. What happens in my room stays in my room.
Yeah, well, where are we?
Well, I can't promise what you say stays here, if you get my meaning."
I'm fine with that. We mean no harm to Oglar. I want to talk to him. I just know he's not one of the most well-versed individuals that I want to understand where he is so that I can meet him there and we can have a discussion that's beneficial to both of us.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, this one's big. Here we go. Hey,
16.
Not
hey,
bad.
hey.
Not bad. I'd say you'd have to roll another one like that for it to fully have an impact, because it's not like a super outstanding success. But
All right.
we'll continue on.
Rolled
With
again now?
No. We'll roll. We'll go on with the conversation. She's becoming more convinced as as you're saying what you're saying.
Hmm.
But we'll cut over to Kythos. Kythos, you have gone back inside. There is a large, um, like variant elf, uh, woman. She's walking down the ways. She has like, very form-fitting leather clothes. Like she does look like a Navi. Like it's a very unique look that you've not really come into contact with. But you see horns on top of her head as well, kind of like yours. Can't really tell where she's going, but there's a balcony at the end of the hallway on the second floor that overlooks a larger part of the dock district, looking north. and she kind of steps outside, lights up a pipe, and takes a long drag and sighs as she looks over the cool night air.
I walk up, not like too close to her on the balcony, but I kind of just slowly, just so she's in, so I'm in eyesight of her, and I'll be like, "It's a lovely evening tonight, isn't it?"
I suppose it depends on your definition of lovely. It's just
Well-
another day's work.
How would you define lovely?
Probably what I see when I look in the mirror. You know what I mean?
I like the confidence. I would definitely agree with what you're definitely saying about that definition of loveliness.
Just stumble over your words a little bit. Are you nervous or what?
Well, I mean, I just, I haven't really seen somebody so lovely. And I mean, you can tell me as a tiefling with horns, I haven't even seen a fellow tiefling or even somebody with horns in my travels of Aloe in quite some time. So it's just, it's really nice to see a fellow horn person.
Horn person.
In person.
What do you do, fellow mammal?
She giggles a little bit and it's like, you really aren't the best at this. You know that, right?
I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm Mr. Suave Arnold Schwarzenegger over here. I'm just trying to say my name's Kythos. Nice to meet you. I'm Kythos, the Stormbringer, actually.
Nice to meet you. I'm Iris.
Iris, it's a lovely name. It's a beautiful flower too. Or wait, it's an eye color. It's not a flower.
It's also a flower.
Do I hear any of this from like
No.
vaguely across the room while I'm on my not stealth mission?
You hear it all muffled as you're on the first floor.
Blah 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 blah.
All right, not enough for me to like insight anything.
No.
So Iris, I think my understanding is that you work here with Mama Sugar. What's her name?
Fiona.
Mama Sugar.
Fiona.
You
Called
called
her
her
Mama
sugar?
Sugar before you called her Mama Fiona.
Yeah, she definitely was saying sugar to me and my fellow travelers a lot. So just
Fellow
Mama Sugar definitely entered my conscious more than Mama Fiona did.
Yeah, she's a nice one. I didn't really plan on having this be my profession, but when push comes to shove, sometimes it's all you got to do.
I mean, I respect it. You got to do what you got to do to survive, and no judgment on that at all. So, I do want to ask though. My friends and I are coming from. We're on travels with. Oh my God, is his name Ananias?
Ananias Timberborn, yeah.
Are you out?
Yeah.
Are you asking me across the room?
No, I'm just asking James. Ananias. We are on a mission for Ananias, brother of Oligar. Is that his name? Aglar. Oligarchy. Man, he's running an oligarchy here.
Iris is kind of just like leaning over the balcony and just like squinting at you, confused. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, I was not too privy to the details. I mean, I may have just been around, but I was not paying too much attention. But listen, Iris, I need to ask you: is there any shady business going on with any of the higher ups here at this brothel that we should know about, if in terms of keeping the safety of the women managed and anything like that? Is there anything that we can help out with?
Listen, guy. I mean, I don't know you from Jack, but you sound sincere. But there's nothing really shady going on. I mean, come on, guy. It's a brothel. There's gonna be some nasty stuff happening, but it's part of the business.
Well, I mean, I understand that this line of business is not the safest thing that a lovely woman such as yourself could find herself in, but
She blushes.
again, if there's anything that we can do, we're a traveling mercenary band. We're happy to help lend services as needed. If it's safety that you need, we're happy to help. We've helped many people, all the way from Ballybogey to here, and we're just trying our best to make the lands a safer place.
That reminds me of my old life before I settled into here, but you seem genuine. I often have a good read on people like that.
You mentioned your old life. Did you have a past in Ballybogey?
Not in Ballybogey, no, just in Metamanel up north.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm sure it gets really cold up there, up far in the north.
Actually, quite the opposite. It's much hotter than it is anywhere down here.
I whisper under my breath.
It's work.
Just like,
We're in the southern hemisphere, dumbass.
That proves the
Where the
flat Earth
poles on
theory.
this goddamn planet? Anyway, yes, it's hot. Hot's what I meant. It gets really hot up there.
who's driving this car?
Iris, I don't want to come off as too forward here, but you're a very lovely woman, and I do find myself feeling feelings of attraction towards you, and I don't want to get too caught up in any early feelings of infatuation or anything like that. But I just want you to know that it really doesn't feel like I'm at a brothel or anything shady when I'm just on the balcony enjoying a nice evening with you and enjoying the night sky and the stars.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't see a little bit of myself in you. I think it's more than just the horns and the tail. Are you saying you see a little bit of you see yourself in me? She gives you a smile.
I could see very nice qualities, aspects in you that I think you're the kind of person that has that. It's like a pineapple, right? Like tough exterior, but as soon as you go inside, it's very sweet and
go inside a pineapple.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Are you
Like,
talking
it's
about
very.
are you talking,
it's
Carlos, are you
pokey
talking
and-
about fucking a pineapple?
I'm not. No,
Ouch.
this is a lovely woman. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just saying, like, there's a like they call French people pineapples because they're like tough on they're hard asses on the outside, but they're when you get to know them on the
Are you
inside, they're
calling
sweet.
Kythos, are you calling yourself a pineapple?
No, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm very transparent.
So you're like a
if I see
mango.
After, yes, yeah, I'm like a pear. Like you can just wash that shit and just bite into it. It's just sweet right away.
What is
I'm
that?
Rick Ross. I'm Rick Ross over here with pears. Have you heard of Rick Ross, Iris? He's a very famous.
He's a famous bard.
He's a
yes,
famous
no,
bard.
Yeah, I know.
He's revolutionary, but no, I do see really nice qualities in you, and I really don't want you to let your dreams just be only at this brothel, and I'd be happy to get to know you more over time should the opportunity arise.
Well, we'll see. If you talk to Mama Fiona, maybe I'll have a room prepared.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we're here in the evening, and I'll talk to Mama Fiona and see what sugar she's got in store.
Maybe we'll figure out what fruit I am and how sweet I taste.
All right.
Later, then.
I've heard good things about Mama Fiona's business, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. And as she walks away, like she turns away from you, Kythos, and her tail like kind of like sweeps underneath your chin as she walks back into the building as she dumps out the rest of the tobacco out of her pipe.
I go, damn, under my breath.
As you say, damn, Roland, you hear that as you see a little bit of tobacco dump off the second floor balcony. As you finally made your way down the central staircase into the main hall, you have lost sight of the three people.
Okay. Well, my attention span is as far as my sight takes me, so I don't even fucking care anymore if I lost sight of them. Object permanence moment.
All right, so what do you do?
I want to go survey around. Like, I want to go see if I could spot our angry friend just out roaming around, just kind of scouting around, just seeing if I can pick up any info. Like, by first seeing if I could just establish a visual.
Roll a perception check.
A 6. So close to being an
You see that you are inside of a big old building. You see a small container of baby oil on the counter.
Oh. That's very cool. All right, I'm gonna do like a loop around the building and like outside. Like I want to see if there's any like just any sort of interesting thing that might be a clue for where Oglar might be on like the outside. Maybe I see like a window
Do you
open
want
or
to push your current perception check?
yeah, you know what? Let's do that. That sounds exciting. Is this the one where like if I roll a nat 1 I'm double fucked? If I roll like a
No,
20,
if you
then we're
roll,
good?
if you fail it again, there's a bad outcome, but you can possibly just succeed.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. Why not?
How are you
Let's
gonna push
spice
it?
up a little? I'm gonna push it by like really like taking a look at things, like almost inappropriately so. Like I'm kind of snooping a bit if people give me attention, but I'm trying to move quickly so that with my stature, people don't give me attention. Stay in the shadows, you know, rogue shit.
Go ahead and
all
roll
that.
your either roll investigation or perception, whichever one's higher.
It's always been perception, so you know, 10. Yeah, that ain't doing anything.
10.
That ain't doing anything for me. Yeah.
I'd say that's not enough to like fully fail, but like Mama Fiona kind of like looks at you and it's like, should you know, I don't want to charge you for snooping, but you can't be doing that, especially with like how much people want discretion here.
One of that old lady. Have you seen her around? I ask her. Did you have to kick her out?
Yes, I had to kick her out. She was being quite of a nuisance.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank God. I'm looking around the whole place, making sure she still wasn't here. She's been tailing my ass pretty much the whole day. Thank you for kicking her out. Now I don't have to go looking around for her. Thanks.
I would. I mean, so did you lead her here, or?
No, she's been following me all day. I had a little run-in some old ladies a while ago. You know how it is. Made some money. You know, made some mistakes, but.
So you're also a flower. I haven't seen one of your kind be part of a menagerie.
Yeah, people do call me a granny guzzler, depending on who you ask.
Ugh. I mean, how unique. That's great for you, Shug. But honey, if you're looking for any sort of employment down the line, I'm sure I could find a place for you in my greenhouse, as it were.
You know, if the future doesn't fare well, perhaps I might take you up on that offer. But as it stands now, I'll keep it in the back of my mind. But thank you for kicking her out, genuinely.
I'll have a room prepared.
I continue walking.
Of course. But please, the snooping, cut it short.
Nah, I was just looking for that lady, so I'm done doing that.
She's like halfway bought into the bullshit.
Well, I'm done snooping either way.
Okay.
So she just has to believe it. All right.
Alright, so what are you doing at this point?
I want to head outside and snoop instead, where she can't see me.
You're gonna have to roll stealth.
Got it. I won't snoop. Goes
All right,
outside.
I'm fucking rolling stealth to sneak out so I can continue snooping like a bloodhound. I'm trying to find that half gore just directly. If it means crawling on the roof, I'm doing it. Dude, what are these rolls today? I have a +6 on stealth, and I rolled a fucking 11. Oh my god.
That's her passive perception.
She just so sees me walk out.
Yeah. She's gonna follow you and just excuse me, is it it's Roland, right?
Why are you following me out here? Don't you have a brothel
Didn't I
to
just
run?
tell you to stop snooping? Am I gonna have to actually kick you off of the premises?
What am I doing that constitutes snooping? I'm just walking outside.
Listen, this is my place. I have the right to dictate
Loitering.
who stays here and who doesn't. If
All right,
you're going
all
to
right,
if
all
you're
right. Show
going
me the
to
property
accuse
line.
me of,
Show me the
of trying
property
to
line.
run my
Show
establishment,
me the
the way I-
property line. Are there people sucking and fucking outside? I can't just look around outside?
She's gonna actually leave, and she's going to get a sending stone from behind her desk.
Ah, great.
Security.
All right. I'm fucking like half sprinting out. I'm trying to hide in the shadows now. I'm trying to hide in like the nearest fucking bush or anything that I notice that is hideable.
Roll a perception check.
Here we go.
There was
Yeah,
those
also
rose
rolling
bushes,
well
but
now.
they may have thorns.
15.
A 15 on the perception check. Yeah, you notice that she's already clocked you and where you're going because of your failed check stealth roll.
Who's do I see her like do I see
You're
the sending
outside.
stone?
You don't see what she's saying.
All right. Fuck it. I wanna just get the fuck. I want a GTFO. Like, I just want to get like far enough away that I can like hide properly without her chasing me. Like assumes I've already gone with the wind.
Are you just trying to roll another stealth check?
Pretty much, yeah. I just want to Omega hide.
All right, roll another stealth check at disadvantage.
Oh well, boy, 25 for the first roll,
Mhm.
and 12 for the second. All right.
That meets
Hell yeah.
her passive.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's
Yeah.
happened twice now. This
There's
bitch just
some-
knows the whole area.
It's a
so well.
12. That's like the most normal perception you can have.
I've been rolling terribly, and for the one time I get deception, I get the best roll in the game. That's just
These,
that's
these
just
are
how
some
it goes.
these are some Kaito rolls if I do say
Yeah.
so myself.
Anyways, yeah, have her yell
Listen.
at me. I'm ready.
Son, could you just I will call off the guards if you just leave, go somewhere else,
All right.
or wait for your
All
friend
right.
to finish wrapping up downstairs. The flop is right there. I'm pretty sure they don't care if you go look at people there.
All right. All right. I'm going to the flop. No questions asked. I start walking to the flop.
Thank you.
1 minute I'm being offered a job. Next minute I'm being sent to the flop. I start crying.
You hear behind you, it's like, yeah, it's a rough life. Believe me, 1 second I was having the time of my life, the next second my dick got bit. And see half-core.
Did I fucking ask you? I say with an attitude.
No, but you know, sometimes when you're an author like me, you like to share your experiences with the world.
Uh-huh.
Know what I'm saying?
That's great.
But hey, how
I-
about two guys down on their luck sharing a drink at the flop, huh? Two
Okay.
floppy friends, huh?
I'm gonna
One
say
of them
my...
pays for the other one's drinks, right?
Okay, besides the paying for each other's drink part, I genuinely want Halfgore to roll to see if he can beat. Like, I'm almost there for like actually just going drinking with Halfgore and enjoying it. My roll that I need is
you
a
want him
12
to
or
persuade
above.
you?
Yeah, my roll
Okay.
is a 12 or above for the persuasion, but I'm not paying for his drinks. I'm dead set on that. That'd have to be like a nat 20.
Well, he's
for
a
me to pay for his
bard,
drinks. All right,
so
well,
he's going to have a +3.
I've set my standards though.
It's
I'll
a
go drinking with
13.
him. Okay, yeah, I'll go drinking with him. He's like, you know what, Halfgore,
Yeah.
I think that might be what I need tonight.
Hey, I know the guy at the flop. We can get some easy half-price drinks. All we gotta do is take them from other people.
Okay, I'm no stranger to that.
All right.
I would start walking with him.
All right, so y'all head towards the flop. Pyrite, you do not know that any of this is happening. You're still up in the chair, and Chrysanthemum is looking at you. So,
What to do? What to do?
what to do? What to do? And she takes a rook.
Hey, I
Shoves it.
imagine choking on a chess piece. I cough for no reason.
She gives you the Heimlich maneuver. So,
Ah,
are
thanks.
you are you some sort of new inductee into the Timberborns? Is that why you want to get in close with Oglar? You a fanboy?
I'm not an official inductee. I'm just conducting some business with them. I think we have some shared interest, and I'd really like to talk to Oglar to make sure that we're on the same page.
Well,
I
I
There's
can.
some really bad people in this town. I've seen some of the damage that they can do in other cities, and I really don't want the Timberborns to be taken over by them.
Believe me, the Timberborns are plenty destructive enough. Whatever you're saying, I'm pretty sure they're either going to snuff out this group or be worse than them in the long run.
I've seen some terrible things. Had some friends die along the way trying to stop what we occurred.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Genocide, mass poison of a town. It's
Mm.
it's pretty terrible. I don't know what the Timberborn have done, but
Wow.
I don't think enslaving an entire race of people has been on their list of crimes.
Roll a persuasion with advantage. Because she's still like reading your surface level thoughts. She knows that you're not really like faking any of this right now.
All right, seven
Good
first.
God.
No, you get the high one second.
God,
Don't worry.
8.
Fucking shit.
She's just gonna lean back and listen. Pyrite, at the end of the day, I've already gotten paid. So these questions, they ain't really doing much. Just tell me why you're here if it's not for my services. If it's to get close with Oglar, then cool. But I've got a feeling that, like, you want me to divulge something that I can't divulge.
Just I breathe in and sigh and I go, have you encountered the wax worms? Clearly you're familiar with
Ooh.
the Timberborn, but
Ooh. Ooh. I'm excited to see where this goes.
No.
No.
nothing.
No.
You have not encountered them at all, not even while reading the thoughts of Oglar, he doesn't consider them.
Well, that would be divulging Oglar's secrets, which I'm not at liberty to do, Pyrite. We've gone through this. And if I've heard about these wax
I wanna
worms, so what?
I wanna show you what the wax worms have done. I'll let you read my mind now.
Oh. How titillating.
She is going to cast Detect Thoughts one more time. The entangle is still on you. You feel it tighten as she starts to probe your mind a little bit deeper. What exactly are you showing her at this point?
I want to show her memories of uh, when we were down in the Yuan-Ti cave, of first like the how the Rosa domination like affected all of them, how that led to the death of uh Rosaline, and then I want to show like uh the Yuan-Ti Queen talking about how the waxworms were the ones who gave this rose of domination and allowed for all of the suffering to happen.
So you show her all of this. She gets these images that flash into her mind. Oh, oh, oh. And she's like really concerned. You see her come out of your mind, and she's like sweating. You really have been through a lot, especially for a virgin.
Hmm. Yeah, and Rosaline said something similar right near the end. But you can see now why it's so important that we make sure that the waxworms don't get a foothold in this city. That if they can do that in a small town, just imagine what they can do in Aloy's capital.
Mm, you're right. Roll another. The DC has just gone down. It was at a 15. Now it's at a 10. Roll persuasion with advantage.
Damn.
Please. Yes, thank
Nice.
God. Okay.
You've already passed.
Woo! All right.
All right.
16.
So she kind of like shifts in her chair a little bit on her stool. And she like rubs her neck, and I haven't really enjoyed the time with Oglar, especially on nights when he gets really badly drunk. And since dealing with these waxworms, dealing with these things that whenever he needs to let out some stress, it's usually centered around them. So there's obviously something that irks him about them.
Has he shared any further details about what it is that upsets him so much?
Oglar he likes to get physical, and she shows like some bruises on her neck as she like rubs away some makeup that was concealing it. That's one of the reasons why the entangle is so necessary that I found out. He's wants so desperately to get physical with these waxworms, the ones that had been talking with his father. There's just something about them that really upsets him. And when Oglar gets upset, he wants to break the thing that upsets him. But his father has forbidden him from going to their place. But he's had a couple of his people scope it out, so he knows where they are. But he just can't touch it, which drives him kind of crazy sometimes.
Hmm. So he also doesn't like this agreement that they've had with the waxworms.
He doesn't
That's
like it, but I know when he talks about his father, he goes by his wishes.
mm-hmm. Yeah, all the best men are plagued by daddy issues.
Real and
Is that
true.
what I'm gonna find out if I dig deep into your head? Is that why you're so defensive?
You're gonna find a lot.
Mm, I don't doubt that. But that's pretty much what I can tell you about Oglar. just don't tell him what I said.
Of course.
I like working here. I really do, and I probably shouldn't have told you in the first place. But just don't tell him, please.
No, we won't. We won't mention this. It's good to just know that he is against them as well. That hopefully that means that persuasion will be easier than we expected.
You're not gonna go talk to him now, are you?
But I'm tied to a chair right now.
Okay, yeah, of course. You're not gonna be tied to a chair forever. Pyrite, please don't be dense.
It's that's another way that I'm similar to my name.
Nah, I can tell.
No, I think we were told he was quite disposed of the evening, so perhaps we'll wait until the morning and get him when he's not too hungover.
Yeah, I suppose that would probably be the best course of action, even when he's well behaved. He's not nice.
Dude, Oglar's gonna go
Mm,
full
yeah.
Hotel California on our asses.
Yeah.
But so I mean, Pyrite, I couldn't help but when I was looking through your memories, there was a name that kept popping up, and the name Samashir, time and time again. She's someone special.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. We saved her from a goblin cave from unionized goblins, you know.
Women can't mind that goddamn business.
It's part of my job. Well, are you sure you really want to go through with this then?
With
Or do you have more questions?
mm,
Because I charge by the hour.
but we paid up front.
Yeah, usually they're done by the hour.
I see. Okay. If I leave early, do I get some of my money back?
No,
Oh,
down payment.
shoot. Down payment. Or like a going down payment, am I right?
She gives you a high
I
five, but
really struggled to
she
lift
gives you
up an
yeah
arm
she
for a
gives you a
high
high five,
five.
but you're still tied up. She let goes of the entangle.
Gosh. Yeah, I mean, I needed the information to prevent the waxworms from taking over. I mean, if I was a little bit nervous about this with Shamashir, and yeah, she is kind of special, but I don't know. Yeah, if she pops up in my mind so much, then maybe not. Do you have any more information that could help with preventing the waxworm takeover?
Not too specifically, no. I think the rest of it is going to be with Oglar, if anything.
All right. Oh, could
Mm-hmm.
you if my friends ask, could you tell them that I'm the best you've ever had?
Um, sh- uh, eh, I'll say you were good.
Please. I mean, that's probably more generous than I deserve. Thank
I'll say
you.
you were pretty good. And she gives you like a really half smile. That sound good, bud?
Yeah, that works for me.
All right. Well, you have a good night then. And she's like gonna put on like a jacket.
All right, I'm released from the chair,
Yeah,
right?
you're all good.
All right. So I'm gonna wave to her as I walk out. and then suddenly notice that my friends who were supposed to be standing guard aren't there anymore.
Lamau. Got him.
As you say that, we'll cut over to Kythos. So Kythos,
I'm not feeling confident going to Mama Fiona with 4 copper and then asking for a room key for Iris. I'm really not feeling confident. But I'm going anyway. I'm just gonna go and ask her. Just be like, "Hey, Iris and I are my friends, I guess. What does it cost to go talk with her more in her room? I guess."
with Iris, sugar. Iris came and found you. Oh,
Well, I mean, I won't deny that. I mean,
you must be one of her special cases.
we both got horns. That was definitely
Mm,
a point of connection that was easy to establish.
Right. Well, usually on these special occasions, Iris charges 50 gold. Do you have that, Shug?
I have 4 copper, and that's it. So
Mm.
At least you're honest.
take it or leave it, and if not, I'll go back to my bodyguard duties.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't insult Iris's talents with 5 copper. That is, that's the cost of a good pastry.
I don't blame you either, and she does 4 copper to talk to a tiefling for 30 minutes is a bit of a stretch. So I'll just leave it at that. But you're running the bar right now, Mama Fiona.
I am just taking the attendees.
Oh, okay. Is there like a place where I can get like Iris like a water cup or something like that, just to bring it to her room, like a nice gesture?
A water cup.
Brother man.
The flop is right across the yard, son. If you want to bring her some refreshments, I suggest you head there.
I sprint out of the brothel and run to the flop.
Bro.
I think I probably run past Roland on my way there, but I just
Yeah,
he's like
you
a blur.
hear going past him. It's like, yeah. Well, the best thing about the fish is, well,
What?
Kythos.
Two glasses of your finest water, please.
The half orc bartender is behind the bar. He's just like, "Whoa, bud, where'd you come from?"
I said 2 glasses of your finest water.
All right. That's gonna be 2 gold or two copper.
Yeah, here's 2 copper.
You just like throw it at him. Ah!
Yeah.
Or you have like two small wooden cups. Hey, make sure you return those cups.
You got it, boss. I run back to the brothel.
You run past Roland and Halfcore in the yard.
We registered 2 copper down. Okay, I'm at 2 more copper in my pocket. I go up to Mama Fiona's front desk.
Holy
Where's Iris's room so I can drop off this room service for her?
She's gonna be on the west hand side. Second
All
floor.
right. West hand side, 2nd floor. You got it. Thank you.
Mhm.
I run up the stairs, hoping to not spill any water.
So yeah, you go up the grand staircase and you go right instead of left where you came down from. After a while, you find a door not at the very end of the hall. It's kind of soon after you turned, and you see instead of a circular nameplate with flowers on the outside, the nameplate is the shape of a large iris, and on the inside of it is kind of a shimmering chromatic metal plate that has the name Iris written in cursive script.
I knock 3 times on the door and go, room service.
Kythos, is that you?
It is Kythos, the Stormbringer,
Did
the Waterbringer,
did not
room service bringer.
Did Mama Fiona not give you a key?
Well, we can talk about. Has she opened the door at this point, or is she just
No,
talking
she's
from
behind
inside?
the door.
I don't want to, come off in a broke ass boy way, but
But you
I
will.
only have a couple copper pieces to my name right now, so I thought it'd be a nice gesture to give you some fresh ice cold water from the flop, and just a nice gesture. While I'm down in the dumps, but just to show you I'm still a nice person.
Thanks. She's gonna unlock the door. You hear the deadbolt kind of clunk, um, and you see her. She's wearing like a more lacy outfit. She still has like her boots on, and she'll like pick up, or she'll take one of the waters from you. And it's like, well, I mean, usually when someone sees me like this, they've paid up front, but I guess this is cheap enough. She gives you a little twirl.
Well, I'm not interested in any romantic services. I just wanted to, be a nice person and just, be a reminder that there's just good people out there that don't want you solely for physical aspects, but just want to be a kind person.
Well, thank you for the water then, Kaithos, and for the, I mean, I guess for the positive message. I'll think about that sometimes.
No problem. If you need any trouble on your journey, or if you need any help on your
Mm-hmm.
journey or face any troubles, the last resort is happy to help. I like slide her. I've been. This
A
is
business card?
no one in the campaign knows this. I've been like working on business cards of like the last resort, and I just kind of slide her like a piece of paper that's like, it's like crayon, like crudely drawn. All
It's like
three of us.
it's like burned
Like,
on. You take like it's like old ash that you've taken out of
yeah,
fireplaces.
yeah. It literally looks like a kindergartner like scribbled on like a little a flashcard essentially. I like slide it to her. It's like it just says like the last resort calls Shamashir for more essentially.
How am I gonna get in contact with Princess Samashir?
And then I like motion. I like twirl my finger. I tell her flip the card, and on the back it says like code word. Fucking what should our code word be for like this is the word that means like okay Shamashir knows people are
Code
calling.
word that we haven't shared with the princess so that she won't know what it means. Because it's
Well,
going to
like
get a bunch of people showing up saying the same
Hey,
word.
Princess Samashir, I got this card. It says a hamburger.
I'll just say the code word
Well,
is
you're crazy, so bye.
Kythos Roland Pyrite best gang ever. That's the code word. All one word.
Best gang. That's a lot of words to fit on the back of a business card. I'm surprised you were able to fit everything on here.
I mean, it was like 8 font, but I got it to work.
I mean, I have to squint to kind of look at it. I might need my readers.
Oh, you have glasses. That's very
Very
lovely.
poor eyesight. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, don't forget to eat those carrots and have a good night. And again, you know where to find us. And I'm gonna go back and
I actually don't. But it was nice, anyways.
yeah. Well, see ya.
Bye, Kathos. She,
And then I just kind of leave.
she shuts the door, and as you get like the door kind of like shut in your face, you see Pyrite going down the stairs. Pyrite, you see Kaithos with like one cup of water in his hand, standing in front of this door.
A stack of business cards. Hey, Pirate, how was your encounter?
I want to grab the water from him and be like, well, let's just say I'm gonna need this and drink it all in
Ah,
one gulp.
I get you, Mister. Needs some hydration, so it sounds like it went well.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Pyrite, roll a animal handling check.
It's gonna be bricked up in front of me with the water.
8.
You still have a boner.
Damn.
Man, there is no.
You're getting a little lightheaded at this point.
Yeah. You know how like when sex is so good that you get another boner immediately afterwards? Like it doesn't go away.
And these dwarves don't have any refractory period. That's interesting.
Yeah, don't ask for Lon about that.
Yeah.
How'd that come up in conversation?
Well,
I don't know when he's fucking a granny or something. How does anything come up in conversation for?
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
I think Roland is I was sprinting to the flop just to be a nice guy and give this lady friend in here some water, and I think I saw a blur of either Roland, Halfgore, or a fish. Like it was in my peripheral vision. I think I saw like a blur of them, so I think they're at the flop. So we can maybe meet up with them and go over any additional information you gleaned from the your lady friend.
Yeah, stories of my exploits.
Mm-hmm. Well, onward and let's go see what Roland and Halfcore and the fish are up to.
So y'all leave out of Fiona's Fine Flowers unless there's something else y'all want to do while you're there, and you head over to.
I don't really want to dive into info that Iris knows at this point because like I feel like Pyrite got the info we more or less need at this point.
Okay.
Maybe Iris will come up later if she's like getting attacked by
wolves. Yeah.
Wolves or some dude or something was like, well, here, our business card. I remember. We're here.
Let me just go find Princess Shamashir.
We'll figure out the chain of communication later, like a pigeon carrier or some shit.
Well, as you guys go to the flop, you enter into a scene. Roland and Halfgore are at the bar. Halfgore is arguing very loudly with the half-orc bartender. He's saying,
"What do you mean I can't sell this fish? It's only lightly used. I paid 5 copper for this. That would cover at least a drink."
You can't sell your violated fish at this point.
It was not violated. I say slightly minced, pre-chopped, if you will. I chopped that shit up.
We ain't making sushi out of that fish, is all we're gonna say.
Kaitos, you're fucking this up. I'm trying to make a sale here.
Yeah, like what, 5 copper?
Yeah, man. It's called reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm reducing, reusing, and recycling the money in my wallet so I can get a drink.
Look, I will get you another fish. Just throw that thing in the trash or something. I'll find you another fish later.
You promise?
Yes, I promise. Just remember to remind me because I'm probably gonna forget.
Kaitos, will it have teeth?
We'll arrange for your preferences. I'd like throw up in my mouth a little bit by just saying that.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that there.
I should have killed you when you wrote on that piece of paper earlier. Anyway.
Oh my god. Relax.
I'm kidding. I'll get you your fish. Roland, hello. I don't know if you saw me earlier in here. I was just I was in a bit of a rush.
I don't know why he's talking to me because I'm passed out on the counter.
I slap my hand on his shoulder, like, hey, what's going on, man?
Completely passed out from how much I've been drinking.
He looks busy. Should we probably bring
Halfgore is like taking like coins out of your pocket to pay for his drinks.
Can I
put this on the tab?
You said you're passed out.
Immediately wake the fuck up and stab this man.
Roll a Constitution with disadvantage because you've been drinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say before I do that, hold on. I'm gonna get rid of this is like a funny way to get rid of my 2 silver and my 1 copper. Just clean up my inventory a little bit. So whatever that, however much, that's how much I've been drinking, and then do a Constitution
with
just a Constitution roll or a Constitution
save with disadvantage.
Okay, well, definitely getting low. 7 versus a 17. Damn, or it's a dirty 20, but it doesn't matter.
What was it?
Womp. A 7.
A 7.
for the worst.
Yeah, you don't wake up.
How much does he take out of my inventory?
6 copper.
Okay. So I fuck me. So I gotta split another thing. What an annoying little bugger. If I learn in character that he
Hey,
took money
guys.
from me, I think
Free
I will
drinks.
kill him.
Hey guys, free drinks on Roland.
I literally step back and I go, "You don't know Roland. You do what you want with that money, but you don't know Roland."
it's just 3 drinks.
He has like 3 mugs in his hand.
It's just a little bit
Alright,
of
but-
ale.
All right, buddy. I'll just say Roland has a pretty good sense of when his wallet's a little lighter. That's all
Hey,
I'm
if
gonna say.
anything, it was one of the dock workers. They took his money.
All right, you say that to Roland's. What's the video game that you do the knife formation and Colin?
Dishonored.
Yeah, you say that to Roland's Dishonored.
I'm
knife
saying this right
wielding.
now because in game, if I roll terribly and he can get away with it, then I just won't know, right? Like, and you guys can choose to tell me whether or not. I don't care how you do it, right? But like, if I learn that he took money from me, I think I'll just actually, at the best opportunity, just murder his ass. I'm ready to get rid of the gag character. If he thinks stealing from me is okay, because I got so plaster drunk that my thought was I was sad because I got kicked out of the brothel and I wanted to join him, and now he's robbing from me. Like while I'm down, like ain't gonna fly. Let's
I
just
mean,
say
didn't
that.
you kidnap him?
Yeah, I
He ran from the scene of a crime. Let's not mince words here. Like
you still
I thought he
kidnapped
was.
him.
I genuinely thought he was part of the waxworms. In fact, he still could be. Who knows?
You know, if I
Double
guess
edged.
yes.
I think it's probably time that we get back to our inn.
Yeah, I'm
Totally.
gonna like pick up Roland like just like not like fireman's carry, but just like throw his arm over my shoulder and like walk him.
I'm like completely passed out. Am I able to walk like that?
I mean,
No.
do you wake up? Roll another Constitution check.
Yeah,
I would say on the way back, you would wake up.
Okay, all right. Just for the sake of time, I'll say that. But like, I'm so out of it, it's like spotty memories. Like I'm gonna wake up the next morning and not remember what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of drinking.
So you guys are heading back.
Yeah,
All right.
my choice.
So you guys get to your cart that you had parked right near the inside of the dock ward. It is getting later in the day. The lampposts are being lit up by some of the lamplighters, and the inside residential district is winding down from a very busy day. You guys roll up the same road that you rode into town on, or into the dock ward on, heading back towards the Cavalier's 3 Coppers. You roll past all the buildings, past the yard. You see some people out in the yard, making merry, having some very light camp supplies cooked over the fire, and you make your way back over to the Cavalier's 3 Coppers, where kind of like a similar sight like it was in the flop. Lots of people. It is the end of the workday. Everyone's enjoying themselves. The band is raucous, so it's hard to hear anything. And you make your way back over to the Dragon Suite. And as you make your way back over to the Dragon Suite, everyone roll a perception.
Am I hungover at all, or am I just kind of like?
Yeah, I would say you have a headache.
Okay, I'll still roll
13.
perception.
13,
18.
18.
18 as well.
All right.
Oh, sweet.
This isn't
Ogios.
very hard to see, but the door is open.
Oh shit.
To our carriage.
No, to your room.
Oh, okay. To our room.
Hmm.
Wait, James, don't I have a like a see in the dark skill or something like that?
I think everyone has dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any spells that can clear my drunkenness?
I might
top.
maybe. Let me see.
I know there's some spell that does that.
There's
I would just-
lesser restoration.
Yeah, I should have lesser restoration.
No, I'm like so fucking out of it. I'm just ready to like crash in the room. So I'm not suggesting this to you, but if you want me and part of whatever is about to happen, you might wanna.
I have it. Yeah, it's a
Undrunk me.
Yeah, it's a level 2 spell. I'll cast lesser restoration on Roland. And there's no like roll or anything. It's
No.
just a
It
touch.
just- it happens,
I think.
yeah.
So I'm
Welcome
like,
back, Roland, to the
Oh,
welcome
the
back to the
fuck?
real world.
Ugh, what happened? But why are we back to the room? What time is it?
It is nighttime, and I'm gonna whisper in his ear that fucker Halfcore stole some silver pieces from your wallet. Just FYI.
Silver, or I
Wait, was it copper or silver? I
It
don't
was 6
remember.
copper.
6
It
copper.
It was
Halfcore.
not
like-
even a silver.
Halfcore stole 6 copper from you when you were drunk and bought some drinks with it. So I just want you to know that. And
Bastard.
I literally told him like this guy literally will kill people that steal from him. Just FYI.
that bastard. After I wanted to go drinking with him, and he took money from me, the thief with no morals. From me?
Who stole money from a bartender?
From me. Why is are we going in? Why aren't we in the room yet? Why'd you do that? Why'd you wake me up out here?
When we arrived at our room, the door was already open, which may mean that there's some people that are waiting for us or expecting us. So I think our inn is currently compromised in terms of safety.
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna take on a serious face now that my little drunk arc that I decided to have is over. I'm gonna pull out
I
both- oh,
I
yeah.
forget if I have changed the form of Rosie since the last long rest, but I would want to change her into a mouse so that she can run into the room undetected and let us know like what's in there.
Good idea.
Sure. That's what you want to do.
While
Yeah.
he's doing that, I'm pulling out both my knives. Like I'm just ready for battle. Like I'm not rolling initiative, but I'm definitely like I am postured up like not like I'm fully expecting something to like jump out at me because I've had a whole change of scene. Like we just teleported back to the room based on like my experiences tonight. So I'm fully ready expecting somebody to jump out of the corner. So I don't want to get shocked or surprised.
I get my hand axe ready, and I get my other hand like just ready in terms of lightning.
Alrighty.
Just you blow up our fucking room.
I won't do that, but
Blood's one thing, but if you catch the whole room on fire, we're gonna have another problem.
I'll be sure to send the explosion to a non-fire
I'm
hazard
sure I'll
area.
explode someone's head, and we'll catch the room on fire, and we'll have guts everywhere.
Mhm.
So, Pirate, that's what you're doing. You're sending.
Yeah, so I'm
Rosie.
sending the mouse into the room.
So Rosie turns from this hawk, or I guess the pigeon, into a little mouse, still like little tufts of red hair, bright red hair, and she skitters down your leg and squeezes through the crack in the door. And you can decide to look through her senses. As Rosie runs into the room, you see the interior of the room completely and utterly trashed. Like containers turned inside out, drawers emptied, like bags torn apart, like surplus supplies that you would have had all opened and scattered about the floor.
Well, damn, man, they could have just asked.
But
They wanted something.
Does it seem as though anybody is still there?
yes, in the very center of the room, there is a supporting beam that leads up to the roof, and you see somebody tied up to that beam.
Mm.
Interesting.
Is there anyone else besides the
So there's-
tied-up person?
No.
No, nobody else that Rosie can perceive.
Mm-mm.
So I relay this to the other guys. I go, I think the assailants are gone, but it seems as though they've left us another visitor in our room.
Hmm. All right. Well, we have no choice but to check it out. We'll all go in at once.
Yeah, I still want to like unsheath my sword so that it's ready. Uh, but then I'll go into the room.
All right. As you unsheath your sword and you open up this door, you see in full view the sight that Rosie would have seen. Roland, you and Kaithos are seeing this for the first time. It kind of shocks you. This is this is all of your stuff. Like every sort of like spare item that you didn't take with you, like spare pairs of clothes, um, maybe even some gifts from the princess that she left behind have all been like ransacked, torn through, stomped on, and just thrown about the room.
How rude.
Yeah, what an asshole.
But
I've
Roland,
had this stuff be done to my locker all the time.
yeah, but Roland,
You did this?
No, no, no. It's just, you have bullies in high school and they open up your locker and they throw your clothes out and they stomp all over it and they go like, "Oh, has their initials on their underwear?" And I say, "I didn't initially have my initials on my underwear, except you kept stealing it, and so I needed a way to prove that it's mine." And then, they make fun of you and they give you a wedgie and like they point out that there's initials on that underwear too. Everybody goes through that.
You'd really last in prison. I
Uh,
say,
I
continuing to
I
look in
can't
the
I
room.
can't I can't relate. I go commando to school. I'm kidding.
I see.
is going commando right now.
I did that for a few weeks. And it works while it does, but they find a way around it.
They take their hand and just like grab both your cheeks.
They put underwear on you and then give you a wedgie.
But anyways,
The person that's bound and gagged, I guess we should
yeah,
untie them, right?
yeah.
See
Let's
what their
let's look
stories.
at that.
Yeah.
Roland, you would notice that this person that's bound up and gagged is barely clinging on to life. You see blood like dripping off their mouth onto their uh, slightly torn and faded lounge singer dress. Her red and gray speckled hair is torn on one side. You see a large gash in another side, as if hit with a heavy object, as you recognize the slumped over form of Cinder, your contact, tied up onto this central beam.
I can cast a healing ward on them if that.
We also have the booth.
Yeah. Can we give her like all 3 hits of the boof, actually? Like how clinging on to life are is she? Because we got healing items to spare.
She's really low. Like even with the boof, like her not being a trained professional in this sort of thing, it's only gonna have like a limited effect.
Okay, perfect. Guys, get her on the boof IV while we transport her to the hospital as quickly as we can. Let's get
Yeah.
it, guys. So I quickly move to slash and untie her and do like a quick medicine check, see if there's anything I notice immediately, while also moving to get the boof in her mouth while we transport her on carriage to the nearest hospital.
Yeah, you see that as you go and untie her wrists, like there are lots of deep, dark bruising on her arms, and as you like touch to like untie her or slash the ropes that are binding her to the pole, like she winces in pain, and you could probably, if you roll a medicine check.
I have medicine. I have medicine +5 if you want me to do a.
Okay, yeah, I assume you just step up in the moment because you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I used to do this on the ship or whatever.
Yeah, healing
you
ward,
should roll you roll this quickly because like I'm
Alright.
definitely looking to like get to the hospital ASAP.
13.
13. Yeah, you can tell that like her arms are broken, and it's gonna take
Yeah.
more than healing word and the booth to like repair her.
I tell Pyrite and Milan she needs to see a medical professional. Her bones are broken in her arms.
All right, let's get her out of here, everybody. We should carry her all together. Avoid her arms.
Be
carry
very
on to-
gentle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Roland, as you're going to untie her as well, on the opposite side of the pole, not facing her, carved into the beam is 2 W's and a small
Whoa.
worm below it, making a curve in the symbol of the wax worms.
Wow, they're really subtle, aren't they?
Fairly.
All right. I see it. I notice it, and my biggest concern right now is still just getting her to a professional. Because like our room's whatever. If they wanted to lay a trap, they have, right? But I think the most we can get is by getting her to a professional, and then we can get the full story from her. Because as far as I know, she's like the one who gave us this job. So I kind of want to see it through, and we'll kind of go from there if we can't save her. But that's like I'm like that's the only thing I'm thinking about right now, beyond just basically trying to do like an escort mission for her. Like if somebody jumps us, like I'll be ready to attack, but otherwise like she's priority number 1.
All right. So as y'all make your way down to the carriage, to load Cinder into the back, and like keep her, cradled as you ask around for directions to the closest hospital. There's one in the River District with some of the clerics, and you start making your way down there. You can tell that, like through pain breaths, like Cinder is like barely clinging on to life as she like reaches out for your hand, Roland. If almost
And I-
subconsciously.
Promptly give her the boof to make sure that she can continue to stave on while running to the hospital.
We need to ask her who she saw attack her in case she does pass.
She cannot hear you at this time. She is like barely conscious.
Mm.
Can I intuit if we're even gonna make it to the hospital in time, even with the boof, even with like the carriage ride, like, or do I know based on like, let's say my prison time, like seeing people die all around me in different points in time, like, do I know she's pretty much like a lost cause?
I would say with the boof and with the healing words, it's likely that she's going to be fine. But
Okay.
she's going to take a while to recover fully.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll actually that 1d4 plus 3, like
Yeah,
to
go
show you? Okay.
We'll see how likely she is to live.
2 plus 3 is 5.
That's fine. It's more than normal people's health. But as your cart clatters around this this road down to the River District, like echoes of wooden wheels on cobblestone echo through the houses, the little huts, down the dark alleyways, and you can't help but feel that now, especially, you got eyes on you. You don't know
All right.
where, but somewhere.
I sense it.
What do
And
you
with-
sense, Roland?
Well, I was going to
There's
say, with
people
that,
watching.
we will end the session.
Yeah, nah, that's a good
cliffhanger. Yeah.
Where's that fucker Halfgore?
Is he with us right now, or did he peace out?
I mean,
I
Yeah,
think
he's
we
probably-
left him in the dock district because that's where he
probably,
lives.
yeah, he probably didn't follow y'all.
He's part of the waxworms. I'm gonna cut out his tongue. He doesn't pay me back.
Oh my god!
That's
We're
the
gonna
least
come
of my-
back and kill him.
I swear,
That's-
I'm just a redditor. I'm just on.
That's the
Redditor.
least of my worries right now. But
I swear, I was
yeah.
just watching y'all.
He's like, I've had a bad night. I got kicked out of a brothel because I'm not as stealthy as I think I am, and I'm bad at my job sometimes. And then I get drunk. I get taken advantage of by the jester character, and then I learn that my closest contact is a fucking almost goner, depending on how our session next time goes.
Sometimes
I'm
it just
having a
happens
bad
that way.
day.
Sometimes it just happens that way.
It could be 100 gold. It could be 1 copper. I don't care. I'm cutting this fucker's tongue off.
Says
It's mine.
Roland, the thief, who's
Right.
It's different. Yeah, I steal from people. You don't steal from me.
thing happened to you, funny. When bad thing happened to me, tragedy.
Hey, we let him into the
Exactly.
group, and I let my walls down. It's a very different crime here.
Mm.